And with this modeling toolkit, it gives us, actually, we can do our soft select if we want to. Also hit the B key, which actually turns soft select mode on. So to turn it off, we just hit B again. And sometimes soft selection is needed. And we also have some quick tools inside of our mesh tab here: combine, separate, smooth, and boolean. Also component level stuff where we can extrude, bevel, do some of our other tools that we sometimes use: bridging, divisions. Also our multi-cut tool, target weld, connect, and quad draw. Okay, so quad draw is what we want to use in our retopology. Okay, so if we hold down, the hotkey is Control Shift Q, or you can just hit this button here. Okay, this gives us access to all, it's basically multi-component, so we have our vertexes, edges, and faces. Okay, and we also, I leave the auto weld on at 10. I leave basically everything on for the most part. You can see once we start placing, so if I just left click and just place these green dots, okay, and I hold down shift, if I hold down shift, I can create a new face. And then so if I just keep clicking left mouse click, and I can keep creating faces that way. Okay, so if I want to delete or relax, or I can actually hold down Control and actually create subdivisions right here. Okay, I can add extra loops, and not subdivisions so much, but I can actually add extra loops and to smooth things out. And if I hold down Control to do that, okay, if you hold down Shift, you can actually relax this area. If you go inside, it'll actually just affect inside. If you go to the outside and relax, it'll actually relax the whole thing, and you're just basically dragging on that. So if we want to say, also if we want to start a new line here, if you hold down tab and we get this extrude, you can see the green line. If you middle mouse drag, it'll actually draw out that whole line from top to bottom. Okay, to add it, so if we're going to add some more subdivisions, we can just hold down Control and left mouse click. Okay, and that does, and we can actually just relax by just holding down Shift, and we can just relax that by just dragging. You can also just grab those vertexes and move them, and it'll stay on your object. You can see how it stays nice and clean on there. So if you have something that you just want to get done fast, you can just kind of block this in real quick. Say you know, oh, I want this object to look like a shield or whatever. Like, you just bring these out to how you want them. Okay, so if I'm just making just kind of like an overall shape to the outside, I'm just making these how I want them, and then from here we can actually go in on the inside and actually smooth this surface down so where it's going to clean. So this doesn't look very clean right now, not with flow wise. So, but if I relax this and hold down Shift and just relax this, you can see how it just gets nice and clean on the flow of the edges. Just holding down Shift actually cleans that up really nicely. So we get that nice surface look. Okay, this is really crude and rudimentary, but you basically get the gist. So again, to add more loops, I can just hold down Control. Okay, if I want to delete a loop, I can just hold down Control Shift and just click that, and it'll delete that loop. Okay, so if I want to add new edges, it's Control, and then I hold down Shift to Control and Shift to delete. So if I want to add, 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 okay, and then you can also go in and shift smooth that, actually smooths that out nice and clean for you. Also, if you want to just go from this, you just want to extrude this one, you just hold down tab and it'll just left mouse click. Okay, so hold down tab, and if you're close enough, it should snap to those points. So if you hold down tab, you notice that it'll snap. So here, so same thing. If you're going here, and then if you have a triangle, okay, it turns it purple. So you can see that that's going to be a try right there. But to fix that, you could just hold down. Actually, I'd probably just get rid of this, and get rid of this, and then you can also go to if you want to add a new cut. So this is currently 5-star. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not a good polygon to have right now. So to actually make that change, you could just go to multi-cut and just click here. And if you hold down shift, you can actually snap those edges, and that gives you the new cut. Okay, so that's actually 4 polygons now instead, making this one 5. So you can actually do a, let's see here. So just need to turn quad draw back on, and with frame, okay, if you go target weld, you can actually just target weld this, and go back to quads. So, all right, you can see that cleans that up, and you can hold down shift. Get a nice, nice poly flow there. So, all right, that's kind of an overview of the quad draw tool. You can also see, if you get lost or anything, you can actually see what actually everything does. So you can draw, so it's left mouse button and also middle mouse button to drag down. And then if you hold down shift, you can actually see where that poly is going to get made. So just drop that dot, hold down shift, drop the dot, hold down shift, drop the dot, hold down shift. Alright, and then you can actually just smooth that out with shift, and then you can also see deleting the dots. This is how it's control shift left mouse button. To draw strips, it's tab. To drag the whole quad strip, it actually is tab and middle mouse button. And this basically goes through all these things where we can get to those things a little faster. Alrighty, so with that in mind, as we just go over that, we'll get started on retopologizing our character.